Thoughts on the first episode of King-Ohger?
I haven't watched it.
I watched
hated
it. I did too.
I am indifferent.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I watched it raw, and then I tried watching it subtitled, and then I forgot that I had it on, and I gave up because I was just super fucking bored. Like, look, I can't lie with you guys. This isn't even a thing of like, oh, what you can't top what came before it, because I don't do that. I don't like doing that. I've never done that. But even taking it on its own, yeah, I know it's the first fucking episode, you fucking Twitter mongoloids, I get that. But, like, even then, it's still fucking boring. And it looks gross. And nothing about it caught my eye. It's literally, there's nothing about the show that really makes me give a shit.
It's a very lazy first episode because all of the important exposition is dumped in the first minute very haphazardly. The characters are very poorly set up beyond Red, who, I'll at least give you this, they at least establish what his motivation is in the first episode, and I'm not going to say I'm a big fan of him, but I understand the idea that they're going with him. I kind of like the idea that he's pretending to be a bombastic moron because he's playing a role. Like, that's not going to, they're going to fucking forget about that, and they're probably going to do some shit about, like, they're probably going to do the usual twist of...
My mom is dead!
Well, they're obviously going to do that. They're probably going to do some secret royalty bullshit, obviously, because that's just how these shows go. It's so ugly. Like, all the fucking CG and everything, the cinematography is terrible. The fights are impossible to follow because there's so much shit being thrown on the screen. And all of the shots are so boring and flat because they're doing the stupid LED sound stage and green screening and all the fucking CG. The show looks like it's fucking Final Fantasy 12 with the complete schizotech tier of fucking medieval fantasy and super advanced technology. It looks bad. It just does not look good.
You know what it reminds me of, Jay? Do you remember when, and I know this is going to sound funny because really the show's starting to share a lot with this show. Do you remember in Saber whenever they went into the fucking mystical fuck bullshit world?
Yes,
That's exactly what this looks like.
It looks exactly the same as the first episode of Saber with the mystical CG bullshit world.
It looks literally like that, and it's weird and gross, and I hate it.
Like, the only thing I'll give it is that, like, I do like the mech design. The mooks look interesting, even though you can barely see them in the first episode at all because of all the shit going on screen and the fact that they never focus on any of them. And I don't like the Ranger suits themselves, but I like the aesthetic they're going for. Like, I'll give you that much. Like, I like the suits bare minimum is the only thing I can say about it. But it's such a poorly shot first episode, just such a boring script. And it's just so distracting with all the fucking CG and a billion fucking things on screen at once. It absolutely put me off this show.
No, but Jay, you forgot the absolute intellectual on Twitter who said that every first episode of Sentai is supposed to be bad.
No,
it's supposed to be shit.
You always see that fucking cope every time the first episode sucks or the show sucks. I got tagged with that image 3 fucking times the other night when I said the episode sucked. 3 times from 3 different people. Dude, people were so fucking mad when I said the episode was awful. People are still fucking mad at me for saying that I hated the first episode.
Look, you know what? I said this earlier with Jay, and I want to say it this time. I hate to even be that guy, but King-Ohger, the love that King-Ohger is getting, the absolute fucking dick sucking that this show is getting already, shows me that DonBrothers was wasted on some of you motherfuckers. Like, completely. Because we went right back to the same typical fucking Sentai bullshit that we've had for the last 50 fucking years, and you sucked it all back up. Like nobody's business. DonBrothers was fucking wasted on you assholes. You didn't deserve DonBrothers if this is the type of shit that I'm going to get.
I don't even want to, like, prop up DonBrothers because of it.
No, I mean, that's the thing. I don't want to either. But the thing is, like, even in a fucking bubble, this is like one of the worst fucking things I've ever had to like force my, like, not even writing wise, just aesthetic wise. It's ugly as fuck and it hurt my eyes.
If they're just gonna go full CG, why not just make this into a fucking anime then? Instead, go animated instead of doing live action.
Because I think Shirakura or somebody high up at Toei would probably kill somebody if they tried.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm honestly worried that this is gonna turn into Saber again, which frightens me.
With Amori behind the production, yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised.
No way, he is?
He's the producer, yeah.
All right, well,
That's why he's
fuck
not
it.
I give up now.
You know what? I give up. Fuck it. King-Ohger's gonna be shit. Who cares? I'm done. I don't care anymore.
Even based on the first episode and the way they established, like, the 5 kingdoms and the 5 characters, like, it reeks of Omori's usual bullshit of, like, oh, these are different ways kids can be, and, like, things that they can, like his weird childish moral shit that he did with
Who's
0-1.
the asshole writing this?
And did he do it? He did that a little bit in Drive, and then he did that in 0-1 too. Like, he does that in every in X-Aid. Yeah, X-Aid. He does it in every fucking show he's produced. And
well, that's what I'm saying. Who wrote this? Who's writing this?
I believe it's okay. Wait, the person directing, I believe, is Kami Horiuchi, who did some of. So the person, I guess, let me see, doing the screenplay is Minato Takano. I believe they're more or less kind of new to Tokusatsu in general.
Okay.
Let's see, the person actually directing is actually Kazuya Kami Horiuchi. I believe they were involved in, let's see, Ryu Soldier. Let's see, they've done a few episodes of Geats, Revice, Saber, 01, Geo, Build, and Exit. The director, I don't think he's super bad, but he's also just not noteworthy. Like, super, I guess,
he doesn't have anything that makes him stand out.
Yeah, basically. And then, okay, Minato Takano. So this is his first time writing a tokusatsu. Apparently he's a Japanese scriptwriter who is best known for working directly under Yuya Takahashi. So
that it does not bode well for how the show goes.
You guys are gonna have to give me some context about Yuya Takahashi.
He did 01 X-Aid and...
Are you new here?
I believe he's also doing Geats. Also, I think Minato Takano... let me see. I think he also did the live-action screenplay for Kakegurui, I think?
Yes, that's where I knew him from, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking into I'm looking into some of his other things. Yeah, it was Kakegurui, the movie, and the second one. And then also a few other live-action dramas, but aside from that, that's more or less it.
Oh, you know what? You know what this sounds like, Jay? This sounds like this is gonna be one of those shows where Omori just takes over completely. The writer is just that. Oh my god, this is gonna be what's that asshole's name? Who was the editor for One More Day?
Joe Quesada.
Yeah, this is gonna be like Joe Quesada. He's just letting the writer pretend that he's writing the comic, but he's really the one doing it.
I mean, if we're going for the full One More Day analogy, that means whatever Takano is writing is going to be much, much worse than whatever the fuck Omori is planning. I still have a blood hunt on your ass, Straczynski. Don't fucking think you're safe.
I guess in terms of my thoughts with King-Ohger, I'm going to be charitable and give it 2 weeks, or like 2-3 weeks. Give it 2-3 episodes. Personally, I was underwhelmed, frankly. It just kind of feels like they're really just kind of overcompensating for the CG backgrounds. I kind of need to see, I guess, like character dynamics and see how the writing goes. In terms of, I guess, characterization with Red, or basically everyone has a freaking complicated name. Gira, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess, kind of like Jay, I see what they're doing. In concept, it's interesting. It's basically saying, screw your government, I'ma do you one better. And then just basically flip the bird.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. But yeah, like, that's, in concept, that's interesting, but also at the same time, depending on how you really execute that, then mileage may vary.
I am definitely gonna give it the old 5-episode thing. I'm gonna do that much to be the nicest guy possible, but I can already tell you right now I'm gonna hate this show. It's gonna either be the most boring thing imaginable or it's gonna be Saber 2. There's no in between. This is not going to be a great show. I can tell you just right out the fucking bat.
Yeah, I'm pretty
fucking
much in the
nasty.
same boat. I'm gonna keep watching until I just can't stomach watching it anymore.
I'll give it a try.
So next week.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, if anything, I'm also probably going to give it the old Olympic try of giving it a watch. But aside from that, though, like, I'm still very much underwhelmed. I'm not really impressed, and I mean, it is what it is, frankly. So,
I'm already.
I mean, it felt. Or no, the best compliment I can give it is this: it felt like typical Sentai, and that's not a really high compliment.
But we've had typical Sentai that can be good. We've had like Shinkenju, we've had Gokaiger, we've had.
With the exception of DonBros, it feels like Sentai within the past 4 to 5 years.
No, Phil. According to the absolute genius on my Twitter timeline, there's never been such a thing as a good Sentai first episode. You know what, Jay?
I like not Unicron. I'll give it that much. I do.
Oh,
like,
that's mean.
Okay,
I mean, look. Have you seen the mech? It literally
have.
just looks like a red painted Unicron.
What I hate about
Look. I'll say this much. I'm gonna have a really fun time every single Saturday night. Oh, no, it's Sunday night. Every single Sunday night, being able to post that Sam MJF gif where it just says mid, and just all the King-Ohger fans get after me. Every single week, I'm gonna do it because it's gonna be too fucking easy. The engagement's too fucking easy, bud.